welcome back. All right, I told you boys there was going to be some more videos dropped, as there is every year. And here we are. Well, this is your 2019, okay, twist video. All right, a little sprinkle here and there, not changing too much because we got a good thing going. Let's be honest. All right, this thing is pretty freaking sweet now. Not a whole lot we got to change year in, year out, but there are a couple things, a couple new things that I want to introduce to everybody. Just nothing with points or anything like that. Just kind of how we're gonna go about the season. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention. Please watch the videos. Please. Okay. Um, I want to talk about July a little bit. First of all, it's hot outside. I mean, it is hot. Okay, you gotta stay hydrated. Yeah. All right. At the same time, it's hot in that chat. Okay. I feel like every year in July there is something that pops up that gets me frustrated, gets me stressed out, and it's nothing against y'all. It's just 14 of us, you know. It's just a lot of us trying to all voice our opinions on how things should be done or where what we should do and things like that. And I love it because y'all that means you're fiery about what we're doing, and I like that. Okay, don't I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it does add a little bit of stress on me as far as trying to make sure everybody's happy on draft weekend because that's one that matters more to me than anything. All right, I want everybody to have a good time, and I want everybody to be involved, and so anyway, the most recent thing that's popped up has been the order of events draft weekend. Okay, let me reemphasize draft weekend. Okay, the center focus, the centerpiece, the main focus, whatever you want to say, of the weekend is the draft. Okay, that is the most important part to me. Besides seeing all your beautiful faces, the draft is the most important part to me, and I have tried my best, over the past in the past years to make sure that day is the smoothest, most well-oiled machine it can possibly be. Uh, it's just that's the main thing. It is. Golf is a great addition. It's fun. I enjoy it. I hope you guys do too. But at the same time, it's about the draft. If we have a shitty draft and it's unorganized and there's just it's a shit show. Um, that sets the tone for the next 4 months, in my opinion. So I try really hard to make sure that the draft day, the draft process, is everything that it should be. So please understand that when I make decisions, it has that in mind. Okay. Um, so that being said, draft weekend will stay the same. Okay, we will continue to do golf on Saturday, and we will do the draft on Sunday. It's understood all year. It is. Okay. That's the way it's been for the past 3 years. This will be our fourth year doing the golf. So Saturday is golf, Sunday is draft. Okay. That's the way it's going to be. I hate there's going to be a few of us that can't make it. That's okay. All right. I'd rather you be at the draft. I would. Okay. I think everybody agrees with me on that because it's so important, especially with auction and having money flying around. You can't Skype in. You can't text, you can't call in, you got to be in the room. So draft is the most important thing. The only thing with me is with everything going on, it eases my mind having a little bit more time to get to prepare for that. All right, Saturday is my day. That's selfish as hell, but it is. Saturday is my day. I let loose. I golf. I drink. I have a really good time with just hanging out with you guys. But that's my hey, all the off season and the preseason stuff's done with. Here I go. Um, and then last year the bar was set so high. We had probably the best draft we've ever had last year, as far as time, smoothness, everything. And for that being the first year we've done auction, incredible. So I want to keep that going. I don't want to drop down. I don't want to have draft day just be a circus. So we're going to keep draft on Sunday, golf on Saturday. I'm excited about it. Okay, I hope everybody is too. No matter what, we'll all be there at some point, maybe Saturday night and Sunday for the draft. So we'll all be together and let's keep this tradition alive. All right. Coming at you here in the next couple segments, Dynasty, going to talk a little bit about that, your buy-in and the payouts. We've got some new additions, some new things we're going to do as far as how the season's going to go. Insurance, going to talk about that a little bit. Fab waivers. Okay, we're going to cover that. Try to be as brief as possible. I don't want to keep y'all all night or all day or whenever you're deciding to watch this video. So I'll try to be quick and then just kind of go over a little recap and get you guys ready. So bear with me and pay attention. Make sure you're in the loop. All right, talk a little Dynasty with you guys. I feel like I've made my rounds, whether it be a wedding, social gathering, whatever it is. I feel like I've kind of hinted at, dropped a little line in the water, just trying to feel you guys out as far as your thoughts on Dynasty. With us keeping our teams, kind of getting rid of draft weekend. At least for a little while, and you keeping your team throughout the year. I got some great feedback from everybody. I really did. I think everybody was kind of on board with it and was liking the idea of that. I know there's so much stuff happening in all of our lives. It's just hard to predict things that happen. Draft weekend is one weekend out of the year, but a lot can happen. And you're seeing some of that, in the recent years with things popping up. So I want to go ahead and say that I've really looked into, and I've got a bubble map. I'll show it to you with Dynasty ideas out the yin yang. All right, I've done my homework on it. I've studied, looked at Reddit. Shout out to Phil. I've looked at all kinds of different outlets and resources to try to iron some things out with how to go about transitioning into that. Okay, and what I have decided is that I think a 1 year warning and I'm gonna be honest, about 2 months of me trying to get everything in line is just too soon. Okay, so we're gonna table it for 1 more year. My plan at this moment is to go Dynasty in 2021. All right, if we're all still here and the aliens have not all just murdered, raped, and pillaged everybody. Okay, so barring an alien invasion, 2021 will be the year we go Dynasty. All right, that gives you 2 years to kind of prepare for that. My thing with Dynasty is when we start it, we're going to wipe the slate clean. So have that in mind when you're making trades. So for 2020, we will do keepers. All right. So if you make a trade, get a guy, you'll have him for 2020. But in 2021, we will go wipe the slate clean and draft fresh. All right. So understand that when you're making trades now. All right. This year, understand that. That's a possibility. Okay, I'd say about a 90% possibility. So just make sure you have that in mind. I just feel like it gives me more time to make sure that this transition is smooth, because that's the last thing I want to do is ruin everything that we've built. We've got a good thing going, and the last thing I want to do is just drop Dynasty in there because it feels right and it feels, the logistics of it, it makes sense. So I don't want to rush it. So just give me another year. I'm asking that for everybody, and we'll be ready for that in 2021. Okay, but we can talk more about it draft weekend, which I look forward to. All right, I want to get everybody's opinion and hear kind of more of your thoughts on how we can go about that. All right, so Dynasty will not happen next year, no matter what I've told you, what you've heard from me. Dynasty will not start next year. We will play regular this year. We will have an auction draft next year. We will have keepers after this year. Okay, so 2021 is the year that I'm looking at now, and that will be when we wipe the slate clean and start fresh for the foreseeable future. Okay, so make sure you got that in mind. try to speed this thing up. It's going a little bit longer than I thought. But we're going to talk buy-in and some payouts, a little bit different than in the past. Okay, this year the buy-in will be concrete $200. All right, we're going up a little bit. This is probably the cap. All right, I think this is as high as we go. At least for a while. So 200 is the buy-in. We've gone 150 for the last few years, so 200 will be the buy-in for this year. It gives us a little bit more money to do some extra payouts, which I'll get to in a second. All right. First things, division. All right, we're going to pay out. We're going to go more. Last couple years, it's been 250. This year, it's going to be 300 each. Okay, so you win your division, that's $300 in your pocket. All right, $300 for that. We're going to still do the progressive payouts. So weeks 1 through 4 are going to be $25 each. All right. I'll get back to week 1 in a second. Okay, stay with me. All right, weeks 5 through 8 will be $50 each. All right, so for the highest scoring team in all those weeks, you'll get $50. All right, 9 through 12, weeks 9 through 12 will be $75 each. Okay, to the highest scoring team, and then weeks 13 through 16. All right, will be $100 each. I think that's really cool. The progressive has been a big hit the last 2 years. As far as the more important the games get, the more to pay out. Okay, it makes sense. It just makes sense. All right, so going back for week 1. All right, new addition this year. We are going to do for the money only. All right, just for the money. We are going to do best ball. So that's one of the toughest things to do week 1 is set your lineup. You have no idea what anybody's going to do. You don't know what the defenses are looking like this year, blah, blah, blah. You're going to set your lineup to win your matchup, okay? Whatever lineup you set, that's your team as far as your win or loss, all right? But for the money, okay, we're going to do best ball. So I will go in and gather your best team, add up those points, and the winner will take home the $25, okay? We're going to do the same thing for week 13, rivalry week. All right, scheduled video will be dropping soon. I will let you guys know who will be playing who for rivalry week, but we will be doing best ball for the money. Okay, insurance money will be added into week 13, the rivalry week. All right. Also, there will be a side bet shot involved for week 13 rivalry week. It's a mandatory side bet shot. You and your opponent, mandatory. Okay, but week 1 and week 13, best ball. Okay, we're taking your best lineup possible for the money only. Okay, whatever lineup you set will determine your win or loss. All right, but for the money, we're doing best ball. Okay, it's been introduced on the draft app and some different websites and stuff. It's really cool. If you don't know about it, we'll talk about it on draft day. But it's a really neat way to determine who's going to win that money. Okay, championship. We've got 500 to the winner, 200 to second place, or however they want to do it. If they wanted to split it 50-50, if they want to do 400, 300, I don't care. But it's $700 involved. Right now, I've got it, set out for 500, 200. But if y'all want to discuss another way to do it, I'm fine with that. Okay, but there's $700 total for the championship. We are going to add a payout at the end of the year, all right, most total points. Whoever scores the most points, whatever team scores the most points for the whole year will be, and that goes all the way to week 16. So you always have a chance. If you're within 100 points, you got a shot. Okay, so most total points will be $150 at the end of the season. Highest 1 week score. So if I score 200 week 1, and that nobody scores 200 the rest of the year, I'm going to win $100 at the end of the year. So the highest 1 week score, best ball included, okay, best ball included, will win $100. All right. Survivor pool. Okay, this is going to take me a minute. Bear with me. We've got the lowest score each week getting eliminated. All right. So you've got, say I score 40 week 1. I'm eliminated. I'm done. All right. Well, say I score 40 week 2 and I'm the last place person for week 2. It goes to the next lowest score. All right. They're eliminated. And we're going to do that until everybody's eliminated. We're down to 1. So your goal is to not be the lowest scoring team. It's to be the highest scoring team, let's be honest. But you also don't want to be the lowest scoring team. Okay, the winner of the survivor pool at the end of the year, all right, it's going to actually end probably week 13 or 14, somewhere in there because of how many people we have. That's going to be $150 in your pocket right there. Okay, so we're going up in buy-in. We're giving some new payouts. All right, last thing as far as payouts go, I'm setting $100 to the side, and we're going to do the freaking musties. I've talked about it and talked about it. We're doing awards. Okay, there's going to be 5 awards at the end of the season, $20 for each award. Okay, we're going to give out an MVP, the MVP of the league. Whatever player we felt like, and it's going to be a nomination where I'm going to nominate 3 or 4 guys, and we're going to vote. All right, we're going to vote on who is going to win that, all these categories. So you've got the MVP, you've got the GM of the year. So whoever you felt like managed their team the best. Again, I'll give you a list of nominees, and you will vote. The rookie of the year. So whichever rookie really stood out to you. Maybe they beat you one week. Maybe they just went nuts, on the second half of the season. Whatever the case. All right, but we're gonna have a rookie of the year payout, and that'll be $20 for everything. And remember that. Okay, we're gonna have a side bet shot champion. All right, there's gonna be a musty for the side better of the year. Okay, that could be because you lost a whole lot. That could be because you made really funny videos. That could be because you won a lot. All right, but we're gonna throw some nominees in there for that side bet champion, for $20 payout, and most outstanding performance. I will be jotting down weekly. Different types of performances from the year. It might be Julio going for 200 plus and 2 touchdowns. It might be Odell catching, it's whatever kind of big time performance of the year. All right. It might have been one that on Monday night he brought you back to win a game. Okay. But it's going to be the most outstanding performance of the year, and that will be $20 as well. But all the musties are going to be $20 a piece. That's $100, and that puts us at $2,800 total. Okay. Plus the insurance money going in week 13 as for winner take all. Highest score will take all that money as well. So little twist action on the payouts, but very excited about it. It gives everybody more opportunities to win money. Okay, we're here for the championship. Let's be honest, but we're also here to win a little cash. You read that right, baby. Week 17 Pro Bowl, something I'm very excited about as far as just keeping everything going, man. That's what it's all about. When this championship's over, I want one more last hurrah, one more week to kind of keep this thing going until we hit the depths of hell, which is the off season. Okay. What it's going to do is it's going to pin the musty versus the taint. All right. Each team from each division is going to nominate 2 players. With those 2 players, we'll make a team of 14, and they will go head to head week 17 in a final showdown, so to speak. Okay, I have not decided what it's going to be for besides money. We're going to put in $10 each, so 70 on each side, winner take all. It'll be $140 to split up between the 7 guys in the winning division. But you're going to nominate 2 players, division winners, so whoever that is. Whoever wins each division is going to be the captain of the team or the head coach. They're going to be able to determine. Everybody's going to nominate 2, but they can go in and say, you know what, I think this guy's a better fit. Still going to get 2 from each team. So they're going to be the final decision makers for that. Okay, we're going to go with our league scoring, not FanDuel, not DraftKings scoring. We're going to do our league scoring. So whatever they would score in our league. All right. As far as positions go, I have not ironed that out yet, but I will get to that. With 14 people, there's a bunch of different ways to split it up. So I don't want anybody to nominate a kicker. I don't want anybody to nominate a defense. So we'll be position players only. I'll determine what the limits are as far as how many running backs, how many receivers, and all that go. But I just think it's a really cool way to finish up the year. To have that last little division rivalry going on, but it's going to be $10 per person, so we'll split that money up, and I just like again, I think it's the last hurrah right before the off season, and I think it's going to be a neat little addition. It's going to be a little bit better than the FanDuel DraftKings stuff. Okay. All right. Shout out to Buffin. Congrats on a new job. All right, you know way more about this stuff than I do. Okay, but I'm gonna do my best. All right, so don't be judging me too much. Okay, we got insurance talk coming at you. It's gonna be a little bit different than it has been in the past. All right, so we talked about it a little bit on Zach's bachelor party weekend. I told you I wanted to change it. I told you I wanted to make some improvements to it. I think I did, and that was with some of y'all's help. So thank you for that. So the money, first of all, money paid in for insurance will go to week 13, winner take all. All right, whoever the highest scoring team is week 13 will win all that money. So it's going to be 100 plus whatever all the insurance money is, how much ever it is. All right, it could get up to 200. It could be like $15. So you never know. It is what it is. I think last year was like 35. So we'll see. But whatever insurance money collected, it's available for anybody to get, not just the champions from a couple years ago. We did that. We put it in the championship game. But I felt like everybody should have a chance at that insurance money. So week 13 for that. All right, it's going to be based on the price of your player. So if you keep a guy in the range of $5 and $24, it's going to cost you $5 of insurance money to insure that player. So whatever their keeper value is for you, $5 through $24. Okay, it's going to cost you five per player. So if you've got two guys worth $10, that's $10 total, five each player. Okay, the next range is going to be 25 through 49. All right, so if you've got a keeper that's in the 25 through 49 range, that's going to cost you $10. All right, they're going to cost you $10 to insure those players. The last range is going to be 50 plus. If you keep a guy that's more than $50, it's going to cost you 15 to insure him. Now, you might be thinking that's a little steep, Commissioner. That's a little steep. That's a lot of money to insure my player. Well, here's what you're going to get with that. You're going to get full ESPN value for 2019. Whatever ESPN has them at for auction value, that's what you're going to get added back to your team. Okay. Also, there's an option of you being able to pick another player off your team. So you can either collect the money or pick another keeper. Okay, that's going to be your options. Only if you pay for the insurance. All right, only if you pay for the insurance. Now, a couple ways you can make claims. If a player gets injured in the preseason, practice game, whatever, they get injured, you can use your insurance. If a player gets suspended, all right, say they kick somebody or beat their kid or whatever, you can use your insurance for that. All right, so suspension only, not the whole we're investigating it, blah blah blah. If they get slapped with a suspension, and if a player holds out, if a player's holding out, kind of like the Lev Bell deal last year, if it gets down to the nitty gritty, it's looking like he's going to be sitting out a few weeks. You can use insurance on a holdout player as well. All right, but this is only covering your keepers. All right, once we draft, that insurance money goes to the pot. If no claims are made, all that money goes to the pot. That's what it's about. It's about the preseason. You're covering your player for the 4 weeks that they do preseason. You can decide to cover them. You can decide not to. That's fine. That's 100% up to you. If you do decide to cover them, you're going to get your money back for their 19 value, not whatever your keeper value is for them. Okay, Ertz is $7, but he's probably 20 something ESPN value this year. So I would get that in return. Okay, or you can pick another keeper. All right, you can go back to your old team. I got everything written down. I've sent the pictures out. Everybody knows. Okay, but you can pick somebody else from your team to keep. All right, that money will still come off of your total amount, but you can go back and pick another keeper. Say you might have been deciding between a couple of them, whatever. All right, but you can go back and do that as well. So you have a couple options with that. All right, but again, $5 for 5 through 24, $10 25 through 49. 50 plus, big time guys, that's going to cost you 15 to insure them. Okay. All right. Gonna talk a little fab with you. All right, just a little change as far as how we're gonna do waivers this year. All right, last year we did the auction budget, which I freaking love. If you know me at all, you know I love it. I hated the free agent and I hated the waiver order. I think auction's the best way to do it. That being said, I love it so much that I'm gonna make every player a waiver player. All right, you have to spend your money or your fab on a player every time you make a pickup. Now, I'm gonna add $200. Everybody's gonna have $200 for the entire year. Sunday night or Sunday, I'm thinking Sunday at 12. I'm gonna drop this video. All right, but at Sunday at 12, I'm gonna open up drop ad, and everybody's gonna have $200, but it will not be a free for all. Everybody is going to be on waivers. If you want them, if you want to add a guy that maybe you might want to keep, maybe you want to pick them up and maybe trade them to somebody, whatever the case is, it's going to cost you some money. You're going to have to bid on that player. The only day you cannot pick up somebody is like right after the game on Monday. So Tuesday there will be no claims made. Wednesday, same as always. You put your claims in on Tuesday, you get them on Wednesday. All right. Also, the time's going to change. The waiver time will be at 10 a.m. every day. So wherever you're at, you're on your phone. Okay, that's when the guys will go onto your team. You can make a $0 bid. So if you're getting down to a low amount of money, if you're losing, or if you have a guy that I don't think anybody's going to bid on him. Okay, you can bid $0. And if nobody else bids on them, then you get them. Okay, but every person that is picked up throughout the year will have a price tag. Okay, we'll have some sort of bidding process for them. There is no more free agents. Okay, no more free agents. Now the tricky part is going to be you being on top of it before Sunday. Sunday will be right before kickoff. There will be no free agent pickup. So if a guy gets ruled out late, there will be nobody. You're gonna have to plug in somebody from your bench. All right. So all your pickups you need to prepare ahead of time. Saturday night, Friday night, whatever. If your guy's questionable for the week, you need to go in and pick up somebody that you can plug in just in case he don't play. All right. So a little bit of strategy involved with this. I'm giving you extra money. That way, because like I said, every pickup you make is going to have to cost you some money, unless it's the one player that nobody else wants and you bid $0, won't cost you a dime. All right, but for the most part, if every player you pick up is going to cost you at least $1, I would assume. Okay, there is no more free agents. I just think it's the fairest way, guys. I was setting an alarm at 4:32 in the morning on Wednesdays, waking up just to grab guys. All right, I don't like that. I don't like doing that. I don't like waking up that early, and I don't like the fact that I feel like I'm trying to get ahead of you a little bit. So every day you can put a bid in on a player. The next day at 10 a.m., that's when the waivers will process. If you win the bid, they go to your team. Okay, so just a little bit of change as far as that goes, and I can explain more about that the closer we get. But I think it's going to be really good for the league as far as not having a free-for-all on free agents. Woo! All right, guys, we covered a lot. I got a little bit less than a minute before I can fit this thing on YouTube. But again, please watch the video. Try to go back and make sure you check out everything, understand everything. If you don't, hit me up. Call me, text me, whatever. Okay, if you got questions, make sure you use me as a resource. All right, keepers, I put it up there for a reason. July 31st, get them in. Last year we got everybody in. Get it done again. Get it done. I love each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you. Schedule video soon.